Good evening, everybody. Whoops, lost it. All right. I know you're all craving to wake up in the morning and just take a nice cool dip in Puka Lake. Sounds low. Uh, it's at its normal level. Lake Owaski. All right. So let's see. We're down to only one spot left in the second session. First session is filled. I wish. Yep. Yeah, we like it up there enough that as soon as I get the barn built, probably our next project is getting a house on Puka Lake. Okay. Owasco. All right. Yeah, my folks both came from, my father was from Ticonderoga, New York. My mother grew up near Little Falls, New York, over by Utica. So we get up there quite often. All right, as we can see, the market just is not doing anything out of the ordinary from what we can evaluate or see. Having a hard time closing the Dow below the T line. If it does close below the T line, it's staying right in the trend channel. So there's really nothing that makes makes us see that there's any change of investor sentiment. Nasdaq was a little bit more sluggish over the last couple of weeks, but it still has the prospect of doing kind of a J-hook pattern. But the most strength is being seen here in the transportation index. But if the transportation index can't close below the T line, that means the markets are still heading higher. The other ones are probably going to fall right into place. The weakest of all of them is the Russell 2000, but it looks like the Russell 2000 has finally hit a support level back here. If it comes back up, everything's going to be moving up pretty strong. Let's see. Crude oil prices are coming back up, and they're still in this trend channel. They finally did get through the 50-day moving average. Interest rates are heading down. Bond prices are still slowly moving up. The dollar was picking up some strength, which doesn't really affect the market all that much, which means the euro was getting a little bit weaker. It does affect the market in the sense that the stronger the dollar is, the less exports there are. But I think right now that's not a major what do I say influence as far as around the world. The Japanese yen has been trading sideways and is still just trading sideways. That one I wouldn't be trading. What else? Gold prices also kind of stuck in. That's just junky trading. There's no way you can really trade gold right now. Silver, same scenario, just sideways. Not any great influence one way or the other. And I'm trying to think. Somebody was asking. I almost shorted soybeans today. I had to close out some other positions, but by the time I opened up the next closed out a position, this one had popped back up. So here's essentially what's going on in soybeans. We can see the bearish J-hook pattern, and we're trading right here on a support level. And if it breaks that, it's not a support. That means we could have another flush for the downside. We did the yen. The yen's just moving sideways. I wouldn't be long or short this, and it's been this way for a couple months now. Um, the dreaded H pattern. Let's see. Corn. Now the reason, and this is just kind of just from observation, prices going down. The weather in the United States this year has just been great for crops. I know in the Northeast they get a nice rain shower every 3 days, and so there's plenty of water. So they're looking for bumper crops this year. And that was also been long live cattle because of just a simple pattern. A kicker signal starting the next J-hook pattern to the upside. And feeder cattle, same scenario. There's the J-hook pattern setup. Makes it very simple. As long as it's heading up, staying above the T line, we stay long. Okay, let's see what else we got that would be of great interest. Nothing in the commodity area. Oh. Sugar had a little powerful move today, kind of a kicker signal. And you can see where it kind of supported right here, this lower end of the trend channel. Means the next possible move is back up to the top of the trend channel. And coffee, which had a nice cradle pattern, this one still can be bought. It opened lower today, and they were still bringing this up. But anytime you see that flat trading, cradle pattern, I tell you there's been a definite change of investor sentiment. All right. Now, even though the market is not going up in any great hurry, there's still nice charts everywhere. We started buying plug on the close or near the close on Friday. The reason for that is, look at the strength of the signals in here. First of all, you've got a kicker signal. Then you've got that kind of stutter step, and notice where they didn't close it. They didn't close it back below the T line. Friday, they took it right back up again, which meant the profit taking was out of the way. They opened it positive today and had a very nice day. This one should have some, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. This one should have a lot more upside. That's kind of what I wanted to do. There's a little gap right here to fill, and then I would suspect they're going to get back up into the congestion area up here. Royal, another one you just hang on to as long as you don't see a sell signal and a close back below the T line. Everybody was asking today, should we sell? Should we sell? No, there wasn't anything. There's going to be down days in an uptrend, but as long as there's no reversal signal and then confirmation that they're continuing to sell it, you stay with it. WRES bought this one today. Now, it came back and closed right here. So people say, well, isn't that a shooting star? It could be, but look where your stochastics are. And look what your pattern is. So your pattern is telling you got a J-hook pattern. Your stochastics are showing you this. Get out of the way. Let's see, maybe I can close this. Let's try that. Okay. So you've got the pattern. So this makes it very simple. The stochastic's not in the overbought area. If it opens lower and starts trading down, you close out the position. Not that the trade is over. It's probably going to come back and test the T-line. And then you can always buy it back if it hits the T-line and bounces back up. Does kind of a shooting star hammer type signal. That would be that double doji day. Then you buy it again on positive trading. On the other hand, if it opens positive tomorrow, it tells you the day's profit taking is over. Oh, we've got to get away from that thing. But your doji sandwich is telling you they're going to continue the J-hook pattern. So right now, the patterns are working. Kendai has this big fry pan bottom, and notice where the breakout was, right here at the beginning of the fry pan bottom where everything became indecisive. You just stay long on this one until you see a sell signal. We still got a few steady eddies in the portfolio. We got SLCA. Nothing wrong here as long as it doesn't close below the T line. TES, another one you just stay long as it doesn't close below the T line. And what else do we have here that's of any great interest? Glue has just been skyrocketing. This is why you want to use your convergence analysis. Bullish engulfing signal right at the 20, the 200, the 50, and the T line. Positive close above this downtrending channel, and they gap it up the next day. This is where you kind of lose your fear of buying a stock that's already started moving, because this tells you they did break out. There's going to be a lot more upside. Now you're starting to see exuberance up here, so it makes it very simple. You just put right now your sell stop at today's open. It shouldn't come back down below that level. How are we doing long-term picks? OTS, I was supposed to get them out, at least get one out this weekend, which would be still kind of doing a write-up on JCPenney, but we're not ready to buy it yet. We're waiting for this big wedge formation to break out. So I'll probably come up with a few in the dividend yield area where you're getting, like on Nally, where you're getting 13.5% while you're waiting. And AGNC, same scenario. These patterns are now setting up, so I'll probably be adding some of those. Our whiting is still acting well. You just stay long on this one. And somebody pointed out one. Humbug. Oh, I can't remember. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, pshaw. That wasn't it. I'll find it. Maybe it was AVN. Nah, that's just great. What is OXLC? Yeah, that doesn't look very exciting right now as far as a buy. What we're trying to do is buy a good chart that has some strength and a good dividend yield. I forget what it was. I'll come across it, but it was... I'll find it here. Oh, there it is. I have the letters pretty close. This one still pays an 8% dividend yield, so that got some potential. Okay, what else we got here? NQ. This one I would be going after on positive trading tomorrow. Let's make this a little bit bigger. There's your left-right combo above the T-line. Kind of an indecisive day. If they open this positive, there's a good chance they could take it all the way up to the 50-day moving average in one day. And Eagle is getting set up also. Just kind of keeping an eye on this little one. Notice how it's flat trading. Kind of a cradle pattern. It hasn't confirmed yet. This one you want to start buying as soon as they can close it above the T-line. All right, thank you, Audrey. Nally's paying 10.65%. So we're going to try to get a few of those out. And I say I am trying to get them out every weekend. I have good intentions, but the weather's been so nice. There's so many cars to drive. You just can't get. Scotty, this one you want to be buying tomorrow on positive trading. This one's probably a very good option trade. And VJet is setting up. This one we're watching to see when it comes back up through the T-line. So let's see, what else we got here? GW. GWPH get ready to buy this one on positive trading tomorrow. Obviously, the 50-day moving average is acting as support, and then the T-line is not acting as resistance. So let's see. Got a lot. Oh, just a little tidbit of interest. My neighbor who mows my lawn, because he's been mowing this lawn for years because it was part of the family estate or family property, just told me that this on August 3rd, there's a Jonas Salk, what I would say, kind of gathering, what do you call it, reception over here at the little community center, because I just discovered that Jonas Salk's house was probably 200 yards from this house. It's now torn down, but I think there's still one of the buildings, a little cement block building or brick building where they used to do all their tests on the rats for their blood tests. So I didn't realize that he was from this area. Not only from this area, but his house was just about, I could probably see where his house would be or would have been from here. I just didn't realize I was in such a elite neighborhood. J-Bell. J-Bell, you get ready to buy this. There's that morning star signal. Anytime you see that morning star signal at the end of the pullback area, look for the slingshot effect. As the slingshot effect comes out of here, it basically tells you you're in wave 3. And ARRS, coming off there was a left-right combo after a hammer, doji sandwich above the T-line, kind of breaking out through this level. This one you want to be buying. This one should be in wave 3. Might be more of a steady Eddie type move, but that one definitely you want to be buying. And this one is, I think, a perfect setup for not only a option trade, but you might even consider a staggered spread on this one. Or if they open this positive, you're buying one set of calls, and near the end of the day, you're selling another set of calls. You might have very little money in this trade for the potential of making some very big money with very little money at risk. But notice what it's doing. A double bottom. Let's make this bigger so we can notice. Double bottom, left-right combo, gap up, doji, right here at the resistance level. They open this positive. Wave 3 could be along that same magnitude. And Twitter also has a nice looking chart. Oh, they do have a breakthrough product? All right. Thank you, Vikram. Hope I said that right. All right. And then look at Twitter right now doing a couple of dojis. Look at where they actually tested, right smack dab on the 50. Now that little morning star signal, this one you buy in positive trading, telling you you're now in the next move to the upside. A lot of people are going to ask about Apple. Apple is kind of dead in the water. Which one was it? Was it Baidu? No. Baidu is broken out nicely. Look for it to stay back, get back up here in the trend channel. And Netflix. I'm trying to think which one was up big after hours. One of the biggies. Oh, that's right. Thank you. CMG was up here around 650 a while ago. Anybody know where it is right now? Anyways, so that one that one's probably going to get back into this trend channel. So that's still got more. It's only back to. Is it back to? Okay, that seems more like it. Up near 650. So I would suspect it's going to get back into that trajectory right there eventually. Okay, we did VNR. AVD, there's that big left-right combo. I'd be ready to buy this on positive trading, somewhat along the same lines as NQ, big left-right combo. I'd be ready to buy this. Okay, thank you, Audrey. All right, CEMG is all the way back down to 59.47 after hours. Well, let's see. I can take a gander here and see right where it is trading. If I can remember what I was looking for. CMG. Well, Shazabats. Do this. CMG. I'm showing 649 bid, 649.44 ask. All right. Okay, so anyways, that was what were I can't even remember what I was looking at. So I'll come back to it. SPR. Notice the fry pan bottom with a little dimple right here off the 50. This one you want to get ready to buy if it opens positive tomorrow. And we did VNR. We did. Oh, it was AVD. Was that the one we did? Yes, AVD is the one to look at. ADEP. Another little Morningstar cradle type pattern. This one you can get ready to buy on positive trading tomorrow. Anticipating the first target is going to be up to the 50-day moving average. The Russell or the Russian, I think the Bear Fund. That's a fry pan bottom breakout. This one you can be buying on positive trading, which means the Russian fund their funds are going lower. Pixel, you can be buying this one. Nice breakout. Now you're kind of in this 45 degree, and as you can see, they couldn't close it back below the T line. That one you can buy in positive trading. ANFI, there's your doji sandwich setup. Close right on the 50. If it opens positive, your next target is a little gap right here. And I would suspect if they were moving that direction, you're heading for your next target. Oh, Nat, you could either buy the stock or it all depends on what. Now, on a stock this low priced, bah, I usually just buy the stock because that eliminates that one major factor of options, which is the time factor. So I'd be buying the stock on a $9 stock. And QTWW is picking up some steam today. This one looks like it's got the potential of coming back up to the 200-day moving average based on that little piercing type signal. Now, TQNT has a good looking chart off the kicker signal. And same scenario for our FMD. Well, RFMD. Off the kicker signal. This one you stay long until you see a sell signal. AAOI, there's that Morningstar signal coming off the 50. This one you get ready to buy, especially if it starts trading up above the T line. And EXK, J-hook pattern setup. If this one opens positive, you can see how it moves. Up, consolidates. Up, consolidates. They break out through this level. They're going up to the next level, which could be another point or so. And IMPV, this one you want to watch. This one, if it gets moving, it could move right back up to the top of the range. One before EKE was, I think it was AAOI. So, all right. Again, the one I think has got the most potential, which doesn't mean a hill of beans, because no matter how much you like a stock, they do whatever they want to. But I like this ITM, and if they break out through this level on a doji sandwich, wave 3 could be a very strong uptrend. Okay, I guess that's about all I got right now with the markets trading just kind of in this slow. I mean, it's better that it's trading like this because it just still gives people the lack of fear that there's going to be any major sell-off. Because notice how the enthusiasm is in this market. It is not there. They sell it off, take it up, sell it off, take it up. There's no enthusiasm building up in this market. So it's just going back to the scenario that this market is very sector/stock specific. Just stay with the chart patterns that have the high potential. Things like plug. Well. This tells me there's still a good possible 15-20% to the upside on this one. And things that are setting up nicely that you know what could happen based upon how it opens after certain signals. Positive open here, you want to be buying. That's the J-hook pattern confirmation. I don't know whether any one sector is really hot. I know that the biotechs obviously got hit the other day with Yellen saying they were way overpriced. But that was only a one-day reaction. AKS had a one-day reaction, which is they were buying out another steel company. The first thing everybody does is start selling it off because that's going to slow things down. But next couple of days, they start thinking, well, they're buying another company. They're doing well. And so they start coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't close back up close to the close of the previous day of Friday. Do you always look at sector rotation? Not necessarily. The signals and the patterns, or the signals basically, will tell me where the sector rotation is coming from or where it's going to, just based on which signals are starting to show up. And that's just kind of a natural evaluation process, which essentially says, or I mean, not says, but essentially if you are doing your scans and out of the first 30 charts that you go through, 6 trucking stocks are showing good, strong signals, you pretty well assume that the trucking stocks are being bought across the board and that sector is strong. So there's really nothing that you have to do. Now, you can go do the scans by sectors just as easy as you can do the stocks, and then go into each one of those sectors and see which one of those stock charts are the best ones. So, all right. Yeah, and this is why Yellen, you don't listen to any one person, because I would say 90% of the time when somebody comes out with an opinion on a stock or a sector, and there's an immediate reaction to it, but after the reaction is over, the stock goes right back to what the market in general is thinking, not caring about what one person's opinion is. Don, Pat is working on it right now as far as a combo price for the regular room and the options room. No, Shaft, you shouldn't even listen to me. If my opinions were correct, I'd be sipping mint juleps at the back end of a yacht in the Fort Lauderdale Basin. But it doesn't matter what each person thinks. It's what the market tells you is going on. Okay. All right. So with that, are there any general questions on candlesticks? Yeah, but you can see prior to today, the stochastics were heading up on AKS. So if this opens higher and trades higher tomorrow, these stochastics will start curling right back up again. So stay with the what the chart is telling you. Now this could be a dark cloud, which means if they open it lower, yeah, you can close it out then. If they open it higher, they're going to take it right back up again. When I go to intraday charts on my platform, there are only 1, 3, 5, 15-minute durations. All the EMAs and SMAs show up differently depending on the duration. Which one of the most accurate T-line that most people would be referencing? They won't reference the T-line. Remember, the T-line is used by so few people, whereas the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average act as magnets because that's where everybody is watching to see what happens when it gets there, or if they're not buying until it gets back to the specific support or resistance level. Whereas the T-line, nobody's using this. This is more of a Fibonacci number, a natural inclination of investor sentiment. So if you add that to your charts, which is the graphic depiction of investor sentiment, that becomes a very, very strong combination. Have you ever used candlestick charts with trend? Hollow and solid candles with trend. It doesn't matter. I mean, I could make these candles, the green ones I could make just white. The red ones I could make dark blue, or I mean, you can make them any color, just as long as you understand green is go and red is stop or bearish. Let's see. Bought a company, not here. Let's see. Let me just take a quick look here. Maybe I read it too quickly today. Let's see. AK Steel to buy Severstal's Michigan's assets for $700 million US. Severstal Dearborn. All right. That's what I'm seeing, anyways. Would you think maybe 2,000 all prior students on this T-line? Would you think maybe 2,000 all prior students? I don't know even that, Don. Whatever the number is, even at 20,000, that would still be a minuscule number compared to the millions and millions of people out there that are investing and making investment decisions. Which candlestick signal has the best probability of success on the long side? Scholar date, that's the reoccurring question, and the answer is there isn't one better one. Now, kicker signal is obviously a very strong one. But you have 12 major signals, which was kind of reducing the field from 50 or 60 signals. So 6 long signals and 6 short signals all have high probabilities of working extremely well. And it all depends on what the market conditions are. It might be this month, the doji at the bottom is a good one. Next month, on a bottoming pullback, it might be hammer signal. So it all depends on what the conditions of the market are. But there's also on the website somewhere where I've kind of quantified which signals and patterns work the best and with the highest probability and provide strong trades. And for example, the best friend signal, the doji followed by a gap up, or the left-right combo are all high probability trade setups. How do we cope with tails that wiped out stops at the T line? Harv, again, you still have to gut through it. If you see stochastics are still heading up, and they're trading back below the T line, you have to see how it closes. Now, does that mean sometimes you're going to take a bigger loss by the end of the day? Sometimes, yes, but that percentage is probably going to be much, much lower than the times that it turns right around and continues the trend. Does the green candle need to be gap up from a doji for bullish Morningstar? No, but it adds to it. That green candle, if it gaps up the third day, that shows a little bit more strength. And then the further it closes up, more than halfway up that previous dark candle from 2 days prior, the higher the probability you're going to be in a strong uptrend. Let's see. Richard, hang on to your individual stocks. We'll get to them in a minute. That's it. Oh, there isn't. Yeah, there is no hollow candles. They either open here and close here and create a green candle, or they open here and close here and create a red candle. Trader's best friend is a doji, then a gap up or gap down for shorts. Yes. Let's see. A hollow candle represents a rising market, and a yellow candle represents a no. There should only be two colors. Now, on some charts, you'll get a different color, but that's where they're trying to be a little bit fancy. And let's say, for example, this was a red candle, but it closed positive that day compared to the previous day. They may give that a different color, but that really doesn't mean anything. We only want to know where they opened and closed it and what type of signal it's creating. What service are you using, Larry? Some services will have that option. So if you've got the opportunity to go back into that kind of customizing your charts, take out those hollow candles. All you want to know is whether it's a green candle or a red candle or whatever colors you're using. TC2000. Well, I don't know that either because all I've got is hollow candles or dark candles on my TC2000. After a Morningstar pattern, what does a doji, even double doji, say about investor sentiment? Well, if it's a pattern or if it's a signal, tells you there's been a change of investor sentiment. So there's your Morningstar signal. Now, it hasn't confirmed yet, but if it came back up through this level, that tells you the bulls are still in control, and then you can see what the rest of the pattern's doing. It's kind of a uptrending channel. On free market chart, hollow candles are up, solid candles are down. All right, and again, it also depends on what your background is. Now, I use white because I can see it a lot better. Double doji is 2 days of indecision. And even on a pullback basis, don't see any here. If they do a doji and then they do a second day doji while you're in an uptrend and they're pulling it back, that means they're pulling it back without any real strength in their decision making. So I have a solid red/green hollow. Yeah, just change them to where there's solid, either red or green. Do all candles need next day confirmation? Pretty much. And there's nothing wrong with getting next day confirmation. So this is a kind of an example of where I don't care that I'm not buying at the absolute bottom. I'm buying at a place that tells me the probabilities are in my favor. I'm going this way. Versus buying something where it looks like it's time to buy, Yeah, I want to see bullish confirmation that I'm not sitting in something for another 2 weeks waiting for it to turn around again. Okay, Jim, let's go ahead and do the double line. And in 4.7 seconds, go ahead and do the other double line. Let's see. SWY. No, SWY still has this kind of big fry pan bottom, and notice how it started the uptrend with a kicker type signal. You just stay long on this until you see a sell signal. This one's going to be more of a steady eddy coming out of the fry pan bottom. And ALXN. This one I wouldn't be too excited about. You're still in a sideways pattern. You don't have a bullish reversal signal of any sort. And I think there's probably better places to have your money versus here. And let's see, Facebook. Facebook, you stay long. Observe the obvious. The obvious was that on the bearish Harami right here at the 50-day moving average, they weren't selling anymore. The selling has stopped. Now the buying's in progress. You stay long as it stays above the T-line. And CTL. Another one where you just stay long. It's not real exciting, but you're probably going to be in a steady eddy uptrend. Stay long as it stays above the T-line. This one looks pretty much like ARRS, where you just stay long right now that it's breaking out through this downtrending channel, and you're bouncing off the 50. And EFII. This one is a perfect example that if you saw this buy, it needed to open positive and trade positive. The fact that it opened lower and started trading lower told you not to be in it yet. Plus, the fact that they closed it more than halfway below the candle that told you the bulls were now in control tells you the bears are still in control. You don't want to be in this one yet. That brings me back to BFIO. Backed off today. So it makes it very simple. It has to open positive and trade positive to stay in it. If it opens lower, you close it out because it's probably coming back to the T-line. Now, what's the worst case scenario if it comes off and bounces at the T-line? If it comes back through the open, you buy it right back. You haven't held something that might be going this way. You got out, it bounced, and came right back up. You get back in when you know the price is down, moving back in the direction that you want it to be moving. Oops, testing. AKG isn't coming up. Leapfrog you can be buying. Notice that when it failed at the 200s, pulled back, did a bullish Harami, kind of a doji sandwich setup. I wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. ICLD, this one needed some strength. It's just not there. I would not be in this trade. This one needed to open positive and trade positive. And now you're back below the T-line as well as the 50. I'd be trading someplace else. ACHN, trying to bottom in here. Hasn't yet. I wouldn't be buying this until it does close back up above the T-line. LNG, another doji sandwich setup. If this one opens positive tomorrow, let's make this bigger. This opens positive tomorrow. You want to be buying immediately. Under Armour, same scenario. This one needed to trade positive today after that Morningstar signal. Breaking this downtrending channel, you can be buying this one on positive trading. Halliburton, I wouldn't be trading this one way or the other, only because of the lack of percentage move. If you own it, I mean, this is an institutional trader that's just in a very slow uptrend, stressing the word slow. The Russell is bouncing off the 200-day moving average. Not a reversal yet, but I'd watch to see if they can get out of this moving average area up above the 50 and the T line. QIHU, another Morningstar signal. Wouldn't be real aggressive on this, but if it opens positive, you can be buying this one. Wouldn't be real aggressive on that because of the sideways movement of the that price. PBR, you just stay long until you see a sell signal. At this point, use today's open as your stop. It shouldn't come back down through that level. SUMR, stay long. That's a very nice looking chart. GMCR. Ruh-roh. Did I do that? GNCR. No. GMCR. Tuning also is having problems as far as magnitude of move. You can be buying this one on positive trading. Just be aware that your percent move on this one is not going to be really fantastic. And Corning, oops, maybe I've scrunched the charts up too much. Whoops, now I may have made them too big. Corning still in this nice steady uptrend. Again, just be aware of the lack of magnitude of price movement on this one. Again, an institutional type trader. And Juniper, you get ready to buy, especially if it opens positive and trades through this downtrending channel. So if it comes back up through today's high, that's telling you the bulls are definitely in control. PTX, nothing there. You don't want to do anything with this until you see it close up above the T line. OCN. Another one where there's really nothing there until you see a strong buy signal. Not that you'd be shorting it, you just wouldn't be buying this one right now. And Visa, you just stay long as this one stays above the T line. XOMA, this one you get ready to buy on positive trading after today's left-right combo, after yesterday's or Friday's bullish Harami. This one you want to be buying. Just make sure it gets through the congestion area here, the moving averages. Then you look for it to come up and test this level. Vivus. Oh, man. Don't know what to do to keep the charts consistent. Left-right combo, doji sandwich setup. You buy this on positive trading tomorrow. Potash is just sideways. I wouldn't be long or short. They're either going to do one or two things. Break through or head down. But right now we don't know which way that is. ENSV. ENSV. Oh, that one's not coming up. ENPH. Nice breakout on this one. Stay long as it doesn't close back below the halfway point of this candle. IPG. IPG. That's a good looking chart. This one you want to be buying on positive trading tomorrow. Notice the flutter kicker signal, the support at the 50, the breakout. This one you want to be buying. This doesn't have a big magnitude of move, but it's big enough to make this one worthwhile to go after. CCJ. This one if you stay long on this one, you use the 200 right now as your stop. It shouldn't come back below that level. PetSmart. PetSmart, you can buy on positive trading, showing inverted hammer type signals supporting of the T line. If it opens lower, you close it out immediately. RGSE, another one that can be bought on positive trading. Tazar, get ready for doji sandwiches. If you buy this on positive trading, expect it to come up at least to the 20-day moving average. At least give you a good day trade setup. INSY, this one you can be buying. You just want to make sure it can get through the 50-day moving average. And BID, Sotheby's, nothing there yet. This one definitely has to close above the T-line, but it still doesn't have any chart that I'd be real enthusiastic about. DYAX, another one that if it opens positive, it will be breaking this downtrend after a big left-right combo, inverted hammer off the 50 and 200. If they open this positive, telling this downtrending channel and the T-line is not acting as resistance, you got a good potential of it heading back up pretty strong. NVAX, another one that can be bought if it starts trading up above the T-line tomorrow, going back up to the top of the trend channel. And Fold, you want to buy on positive trading. Probably if I was going to be buying this for tomorrow, I'd have my buy stop one tick above today's high, because it comes up through there, it's breaking this downward trend channel and confirming the kind of the inverted hammer. Valero, stay short. That's a bearish J-hook pattern in progress. Apple, nothing here, just sideways. I'd be trading someplace else. Baidu is going to get back up into the top of the trend channel. Amazon keeps moving up slowly but nicely. Oh, AMZN. This one to me looks like a 45 degree coming off of here. You just stay long. And Alcoa, another one you just stay long as it stays above the T line. I'd use the T line as your stop. SPWR, nothing great here yet, but setting up for a kind of a J-hook type pattern. Another one that if I was buying tomorrow, I'd put my buy stop one tick above today's high. If it comes up through there, the J-hook pattern is in progress. Let's see, S.GDX. This one you stay long. J-hook setup. And SUNE. This one you can get ready to go short on a bearish doji sandwich if it opens weaker tomorrow. MU, not anything exciting one way or the other. I would be out of this with a doji gap down. I would be ready to go short if this one comes back down through today's low. That would definitely tell you that there's no enthusiasm to get back up above the T-line. IRBT, this one you can buy on positive trading, expecting to go back up and test recent highs. UCO, just stay long until you see a sell signal. Okay, all right, Larry. See, we did Apple, BX, S.DX, that Blackstone group. Well, what the heck's going on here? Blackstone, you've either got a hanging man, so to stay in this It has to open higher and trade higher tomorrow. If it opens lower and starts trading down, close out the position. Worst case scenario is then you put your buy stop right here. If it comes down and then comes back up through there, you buy right back in again. And let's see, what the heck am I doing here? BlackBerry, nothing here to go long until you see a close back up above the T line. You do have an inverted hammer confirmed, so the probabilities of it moving up from here is strong, but you definitely want to see strength after today's trading. Then you want to see confirmation that they got through the T line. Something's happening here that is just not. Maybe I'm not hitting the keys. Potash, nothing here. Need to see. Potash needs to break out one way or the other. Got a wedge going on in SCUN. You don't do anything with this until it breaks out one way or the other. CAMT, Morningstar signal. This one you can get ready to buy on positive trading tomorrow. Where did the consolidation come back to? Right here at the 200. Right here kind of at the breakout area. This one you buy on positive trading. Nuance, nothing yet. More than likely, they're going to take this back down to the 50-day moving average. And Rite Aid, nothing here one way or the other. Sideways, I wouldn't be long or short. Verizon, stay long as it stays above the T line. GM, GM, if you're holding this long term, you hold on to it as long as it stays above the 50, but I wouldn't be trading it. There's just not enough movement there. Hardly nothing here yet either. There isn't a reversal signal. You need something strong to get you up through the T line, and it's not there yet. Okay. HIM, is that a... That's not working. See, I think we did CCJ. This one you don't want to see it close back below the T line. The next day confirmation is at the open. So if you're buying this based upon bullish confirmation is very simple. What do we know about a doji? We know that if it opens positive after a doji, it's going to trade positive. So that's your bullish confirmation. What do we see if we have a bullish engulfing signal? What do we want to see the next day on the open? We want to see that the bulls are still there. Okay, let's see. NLST. This one you can be buying. Just make sure your volume's all right on this one. It needs to be probably 1 million or more. But this one you can be buying based on this kind of the slow curve. And man, I don't know why these charts don't stay. And it's got a scoop pattern setting up. This one you can be buying if it opens positive tomorrow with the expectation that it could at least come back up to the 50-day moving average. Bank of America. I'm sorry, Bank of New York. Just stay long until you see a sell signal. AKG just isn't coming up here, Bill. Sorry. Let's see. PBR in the money. Yeah, at least you know which way the trends are going. So that's where you can set up your trades with a little bit more confidence. LIQD. This one you can be buying based on it having good volume. But notice this finally broke through the 50 after hitting it for resistance. Now you can be buying this one uh, on strength. Aha, HIMX. Get ready to buy this on positive trading, Doji sandwich setup. Let's see. The ones that again, this is my stock / option trade that looks pretty good for tomorrow. Option traders, you might take a look at Scotty tomorrow. And LIQD, that might be interesting for the small price stocks. So, all right, that's about all we got for tonight. Market in what I would call summer doldrums. Fortunately, the summer doldrums are a slow uptrend, so just kind of enjoy it. All right, we'll be back tomorrow bright and early. Remember, there's only one more spot left for Keuka Lake. So you're going to miss that nice, refreshing water when we take our breaks up there. Plus, you'll learn lots of stuff. All right, we'll see everybody in the morning.